well, good morning, everybody. We're going to continue talking about section 7.4. I'm just going to rewrite what this topic is. We're talking about dimensional analysis. And unit conversions. Super useful skill, and I know last time we only got to do 3 or 4 problems, and so I'm just going to go through, and I got some other ones, and we'll see how it goes. And if you have some other questions, if we don't do enough problems, then by all means just go ahead and let me know. So the essence of it goes like this. Let's say that I have this. I have something like 7 quarts, and I want to know how many cups is that. Okay, so that's what dimensional analysis is. Dimensional analysis means I want to change it from one unit to a different unit. And so here's the process, and this is what I want you to learn, okay, is using this process so that no matter what class you're in, whether you go into a science class and you have to do some conversions that are unfamiliar, or whether the conversions are familiar, this process will always work. So I promised you that in this class, I'm going to give you the unit ratios, the unit conversions, because those are just given information. I'm not super concerned about you memorizing stuff, but once you have that, you need to know what to do with it. So our book tells us that, where we're changing quarts to cups, our book tells us that, oh, well, what I accidentally did was, this is a great, even better problem than I thought. Our book doesn't give us a direct conversion from quarts to cups. What our book gives us is a conversion from quarts into something else, and then that something else into cups. So I'm going to write down these conversions. We are told on the book, this is from the book, 1 quart is equal to 2 cups. And then, no, I'm sorry. That's not true at all. I'm lying to you. 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. There we go. I was trying to remember why that is, because when I go and I have a beer on Fridays, I can do these conversions because pints, but that's okay. That's a personal problem. And then 1 pint, there it is equal to 2 cups. Okay, fantastic. Now we've got it. So what we're going to do here is the same thing we did in class last time, but now we're just going to get to go through the process twice. There is not, I mean, there probably is somewhere a direct conversion right from quarts to cups, but that's not information that I have in front of me. So I'm going to use what I've been given, and these are the conversions I've have. So this is what we talked about last time. So if I start off with 7 quarts, I'm going to multiply by a unit ratio. My goal is to get rid of the quarts. Okay, so over there, I'm told 1 quart is 2 pints. So where in my fraction, where in my ratio, am I going to put the quarts, and where am I going to put the pints? Okay, you're remembering from last time, quarts in the bottom. Why am I putting the quarts in the bottom? So it cancels. Our whole goal is just to cancel the units until I'm left with what I want. So 1 quart is 2 pints. Okay, all I've done is I've taken this given information, I've created a fraction out of it, a ratio, and I was told to put the quarts in the bottom so that those cancel. So now I've changed my 7 quarts, and my new units is pints, but that's not what I wanted. We want to take this all the way to cups, so we're just going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to multiply by another ratio. This time we're told 1 pint is 2 cups. So again, same question, just so that we get used to it. Where am I going to put the pints? Where am I going to put the cups? Again, yes, the pint goes in the bottom, and then the 2 cups goes in the top. We did that so that the pints would cancel. Boom. And this tells us everything we know. I've got the units that I want here at the end. I wanted cups. I've got cups. So there it is. And now this just tells me that what am I going to do with the 7 and this 2? Do I multiply or do I divide? You multiply. If it's in the numerator, you multiply. If it's in the denominator, you divide. Okay, so it makes this nice and relaxed. I don't have to memorize any tricks or gimmicks. Everything is right in front of me. So 7 times 2 is 14. Times 2 more is 28 cups. And so that's how we will fill in the blanks. So I didn't mean my first example to be a direct to conversion, but that's okay. That's the only example I need to do now. So I've got several for you, and you're going to take care of some business here. So here's the next one. I think let's try this one. I'm not going to give you the conversion. I think you know this one. But what I want you to do is turn 620 hours into, how many days is that? 620 hours into days. This one should be a one-step conversion if you are doing it. Again, I know the units here are familiar, but if you would please use the unit conversions so that, because we're going to have some that they're not familiar, I want the process to work for you. All right, so let's see how you did, and then I've got another one for you, so don't worry, you're going to get your chance to practice this. We're starting out with the 620 hours. We're doing our unit conversion. What is the relationship between hours and days? 24 hours. Perfect, yeah, I figured we were all pretty familiar with that one. And so what am I going to put in the denominator of my ratio? Okay, 24 hours, okay, 1 day. Does anyone not, okay, this is just the big thing. This is the whole, if you understand this question I'm going to ask, then you understand unit conversions. Do you see why I'm putting the hours in the denominator of this ratio? Oh. We need to cancel out, we don't want any more hours left. Okay, so if you got that, then there's nothing else to this. So now I'm left with days. So 620 divided by 24. Who has a calculator? What is that? Okay, 25.8, and we'll just round appropriate, or we'll round to the nearest 10. So it's 25.8 days. Here's another one. This is going to be another one-step conversion. We're just going to practice this 3 or 4 or 5 more times, then I'm going to have you do a couple of two-step conversions just for funsies. So this one is 936 inches. I want you to convert that to feet. And in case you're not aware, that 1 foot has 12 inches in it. Okie dokie, so let's go for it here. We've got 936 inches. Here's my unit conversion. And so in my ratio, I put what over what, top and bottom. Okay, 1 foot, 12 inches, fantastic. So this tells me what am I going to do with the 936 and the 12? I'm going to divide them, and what do you get when you divide those two things? 78. Excellent. Here's the next one. So all of these conversions have been between in the US system, as we talked about last time. Here is one between the US unit and the metric system. So let's say that I ask you to convert 900 centimeters into inches. Okay, round this to the nearest 10th, okay, when you do this. And here's the conversion, is that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So I start off with my 900 centimeters, and so now I've given you the conversion. So that means 2.54 centimeters is equal to 1 inch. Okay, so hopefully that's where we put those conversions in our unit ratio. So the centimeters cancel, that's good. I'm left with inches, that's good. And when you do 900 divided by 2.54 round to the 10th, what do you get? 354.3, did I hear that right? We got agreement on that? Awesome, well done, love it. There we go. Okay, one more single conversion, then I've just got a couple of the doubles for you to do just to keep practicing. Because again, when you're applying this, that's what you're going to be converting. You probably do several of them if you're using it. If you're going to nursing and you're given a drug in one unit and it's prescribed in another, you'll have to somehow convert these. And so this is something you will apply, and that's why I'm trying to go through this thoroughly for those of you who need it. So 150 pounds, I want to know how many kilograms is that? And so here is the conversion, is that 1 pound is equal to 0.45 of a kilogram. How much of this unit is just no, this unit's 5 sections. The first section was metric system. So that, I guess that was converting between different metric units. The second section was a really short thing about the equivalence between the metric volume and the calculated volume, and then this, and then now we're going to go into 2 other sections. We're going to start some real basic geometry after this. So nothing like proving anything if you did that in high school, which is glorious, but we're not gonna take that challenge on here. Okay, so we start off with 150 pounds. This time we're told that 1 pound is equal to 0.45 kilograms. So pounds cancel, that's what I want. And when you multiply 150 times 0.45, what do we get there? 67.5, did I hear that right? Excellent work. Okay, so here's the next one. I'm just gonna have us kind of finish up with a couple of two-step conversions. So this next one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert 10 miles into how many yards? And so I'm gonna just act like we don't know the direct conversion, and if you don't know, that's fine. And here's the given information, is that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet, and then 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Okay, so go ahead and use that given information to convert 10 miles into yards. All right, let's see how you did. So we start off with the 10 miles. So my first conversion, since I don't know the direct conversion from miles to yards, I got to use the information I'm given. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change miles into feet, knowing that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Okay, so I've gotten rid of the miles, but now I'm in feet. I'm still not where I want to be. I want to be in yards. That's my end goal. So now I'm going to use my next conversion. That 1 yard is 3 feet. So 1 yard is 3 feet like that. So now I've canceled the feet. I'm left with what I want, which is the yards. Questions, comments, concerns? So I know that we do too. We've kind of increased the complexity of this. So if there's a question, that would totally make sense to me.
How do you know how to set it up, like where to put the miles? I thought I don't know, I did something wrong, but I don't know what.
So this is what we're starting with, right? This is what I'm given.
You start with what you're given every time.
Start with what you're given every time. And then this one, I know that my end goal is yards, but I'm not given a direct, like 1 step. So I'm gonna take my miles. That's what attracts me to this conversion right here. So I'm gonna take my miles and turn it to whatever this is. Okay, and then this conversion will then finish it off because we've got the feet to the yards. So that's how I know that I can't do this in 1 step. It's going to be 2. And we always just start like whatever I give you. This is how the test is going to look. I'm going to give you a statement like this. There's going to be a little column of the conversions that you're going to need. And so you're going to start with this right here, and then you're going to use those. Okay, make sense? Okay, good. We're going to do another one. So it's all good. So the nice thing again about this process is, what do I do with the 10 and the 5,280? Multiply, so you get 52,800. See, I can multiply by 10 in my head, that's good. And then I'm going to divide by 3. Okay, so I'm not always doing the same thing. The 3's in the denominator tells me to divide. So 52,800 divided by 3, what does that turn out to be? Yards, great. Okay, Here's another one then. Let's keep practicing. Let's try this. Let's say that I want to turn 18 feet. I want to turn that into centimeters. And so here's the useful conversions is I told you this one already, is that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. And then probably what everybody knows is 1 foot is 12 inches, but just in case you don't. And so use those conversions and use what you're given to determine how many centimeters. Okay, here we go. Starting with the 18 feet. That's what I was given. What's my first ratio? What am I going to put? What over what here? Exactly. I'm going to put 12 inches over the 1 foot because I want to get the feet to cancel. So now it's gone. But again, I want to turn this into centimeters, not into inches. So I'm not done with the problem yet. So I continue on. And now what am I going to put what over what this time? Get my inches to cancel, and now I have what I want. If I didn't have what I want, then you would do it again. Okay, when you get into some things that things get a little more complicated, you can do this 2 or 3 or 4 times to get to your end destination. But we're where we need to be. So we've got 18 times 12 times 2.54. How many centimeters is that for us? 548.64. Did I hear that right? Good. Excellent. There we go. Did you get that one? Better? Anybody, we good? I'm going to put a couple of these on the test. So what you see here is what you're going to get. So if you got a question now, let's talk about it. If not, we're going to go on to section 8.1 and get started with that.
On the test, that's not going to be there, right? The 1 inch, that's not going to be there.